All right, what's going on YouTube? Everybody, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms. Welcome to another episode of the True Big Blue Podcast here Sunday night. Actually, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I just wanted to talk to my Big Blue Crew peoples and the people in the chat. We got a lot of new weapons here with the New York Giants. And we're gonna do a little film review later. I think Eda Chosen's supposed to be on. We're gonna go through a little film review later of what we can do with this offense. And I just wanted to get the opinions of my brothers to see exactly how they feel we can use the offense to our advantage with Slayton being back, Paris Campbell being here, um, with the trade of Waller, Saquon being back, DJ being back. What can we do with this offense as going forward to where we can be competitive in our division last year? As we all know, we were 1-4-1 in our division last year, and that definitely has to change in order for us to be serious contenders. Now, we were contenders last year even because we won a playoff game, but considering the top teams like the Chiefs, the Eagles, the 49ers, could we really compete with those guys? You could really say no because we got blew out by the Eagles twice when it was us against them full throttle. So I just want to get a couple of opinions. Joel, if you want to go first, then we're gonna go to Lou, then Taj, and other people will join later on throughout the show. But how do you feel about us going forward with our offense? Do you think we can compete? How do you see us using the new weapons?
And we
Just
haven't
give me
even
some
drafted
insight.
yet. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, we haven't even drafted yet.
Yeah.
So just give me some insight of what you think is going to happen going forward.
I'm just glad to be here with my brothers. Shouting out, hey, everybody coming in. Good times are going to happen. Let's go, Big Blue Wrecking Crew.
Here.
Now,
Right. What's going on,
what are
guys?
we going to do? Well, we got our first answer. Who's going to be on this team? And you're going, what do you mean who's going to be on their team? Well, maybe they get another free agency, or maybe they're done. I don't know. Then we got the draft. Who's he gonna? I don't know. But then we go forward. We know who our players are. We go to the training camp. We work. We develop. And everybody's gonna be playing hard after the draft because the draft is a big night. But you got to know who your team is. There's no way you can say I yes or no because you don't know your whole team yet. Get that there, Pat.
What was that?
He said, get your super chat.
Somebody.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, thank you for the $20 super chat, bro.
Mad Rat. Shout out to Mad Rat.
He didn't even say anything. He just ninja donated.
Sent you $20 just for good.
Yeah.
He said, here you go, brother. Thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
Man,
He said,
thanks,
fill in
Frank.
the blank.
Right. Frank says, Big Blue Crew. Let's get it. That's what he said.
All right. Well, what else are you going to do right now?
Hey, thank you, Jose.
You got a couple players. Some of them are pretty good. Some are in a position of need. So that makes this draft BPA. And when you go BPA in the draft, life is good. When you start, I need a center. I'm going to want you to draft. Where can I get a center? Oh my God, not the third round. But then I think there's a team right behind me that's after a center.
Hey, don't you be picking on me. We need a fucking center.
Hey, I want a center too. All right, that's why I did it. But you know, I don't care where we go in the draft.
No, I trust these guys. So whatever decision they make, I'm gonna ride with them.
Yes, exactly.
I trust them way more than I trusted Gettleman. I trust them way more than I trusted Reese.
Yeah,
and so I think that these guys have done a bang-up job in the free agency. I think they did a good job in the draft last year and supplementing players throughout all the injuries and everything that occurred. So, I look forward to the draft, but I think what they have done in the free agency has been brilliant, bringing in depth, creating competition in different groups, different rooms. And I can't wait to see what they do in the draft. But I think the best thing to do right now, just based on the guys that we've brought in before the draft, I think now we actually have some players where we can spread the teams out.
Yeah.
We can spread these defenses out. 4 wide receiver set, three wide receivers, 2 tight ends. You can spread these guys out and see their deficiencies and the holes in their defense. And audible at the line and run if need be, or pass if need be, or let the quarterback tuck it and run if need be.
Yes.
You spread this defense out, it exposes their deficiencies, and you can start picking teams apart on offense. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Go,
Pat.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Before I go, and before Taj goes, let me shout out the chat real quick. Eric Johnson, thank you for tuning in. When a Miz speaks, we listen. What's going on, Miz? Hopefully, Miz will be able to come on later tonight. He said he'll be home in about 10 minutes. TJ, what's going on, TJ? Bookends, what's going on, Bookends? AJ Bravo, what's good, bro? T Midas, good to see T Midas. He says we're going to end up making Darren go crazy. We are.
Yeah.
Miss Trina, what's going on, Miss Trina? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Right. Honey Badger, he says, my brothers, what's up? Leather to the face was great yesterday.
Oh,
man,
my God.
I had to miss it.
Oh my God, it was so good to you, buddy.
Yo, Nerd Cage, what's going on, man? We love y'all back, man. If y'all haven't seen the latest live of Nerd Cage Live, man, we had a blast talking about old movies and video games and stuff like that. Go check that out, man. Love Nerd Cage and those guys. They got their own merch. It's some crazy dudes, man. I had a good time, man. Next shift. Yeah, they are, man. Next shift, he says, fellas about to go see John Wick. Have a great show. What's up, Lou and Joe? Hey, do not tell me anything about John Wick 4. I gotta go see it. Please don't tell me.
I just watched Creed 3. That was pretty good. I gotta go watch John Wick.
Creed 3 was good. He said, right. He said next shift saw John Wick last night. It was a great movie. Yeah, everybody say it's dope, bro.
Yeah.
All of them was. I ain't seen a whack one yet. Shit,
me either. Nerd Cage says trade the first pick back and get the center.
I can't watch the first movie because they killed the beagle in the beginning. And the beagles are my favorite dogs, and I hate fucking movies that start out like that, so I won't watch it. That's why. No, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, they messed up.
Yeah, tree hugger.
This dog. But I think Nerd Cage, I think Lou would definitely agree with that right there. He says trade the first pick back and get the center. I think everybody on the panel would agree with that.
I would agree with get the center, but no trading back.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you trade back if you could get Schmitz early in the second round and get another second round pick plus future draft capital?
I don't want to miss on one of them other guys that could still be there. Now, don't get me wrong. I want John Michael Schmitz, right? But if at 25, there's a guy like, Banks, or there's a guy like Flowers or Addison, or still there at 25, I would rather grab one of them and then trade from 57 up. I don't want to trade my first round pick.
Well,
I would rather move up from 57 than move back from 25, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Give me 1 second, guys.
I think he makes all the sense in the world. And that's because you use a 25 to get someone, and now you got a bunch of drafts, 6th, 7th round. No, if we needed another second or third, hey, that to me, use blow up to 57, move it to 47, 45, somewhere in there.
simply because I don't think John Michael Smith's Whippler, Oluwatimi, and what is his name? Stromberg. I
Yeah.
don't think all four of them will be gone by 57.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we can get one of the key pieces that we need and still get the center. Even if it's not John Michael Smith, who is
No,
the
no, no,
guy I
no,
really
no.
want.
Hold on. Now, when I told you this the other day, you got all up in arms. When I told you this the very other day, that if somebody like Zay Flowers or somebody is there, that was the only way I would pass up on Schmidt.
And you were correct.
And you went
And I
crazy.
thought about it. Yes, and I thought about it, and you were
Yeah.
correct.
You
And
know,
when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It makes more
Oh.
sense to grab the key player and still have an opportunity of getting one of the four best centers in the draft.
Oh, okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
So
listen
I
to
agree
old
with
Pat
you
one of
now.
these days.
Huh?
Hey, thank you for the $2 super chat, Chris. He says, Big Pat, do you
What's
think
up,
Tyler
Coop?
Scott fits this offense? Yes, he does. I think he actually fits the offense better than Paris Campbell once he gets a little training and get a year underneath him. But appreciate it, Lou. That's how I was thinking. Hey, we got some more special guests coming. Let me introduce my guest. E the Chosen, what's going on? Coach Ed, what's going on, man? We're going to definitely get into some film. Hey, we got
Look at
everybody
my
coming now.
guys. What's
Y'all
going
missed a
on,
good
Lou? What's
fight.
up, baby?
Y'all
Yes.
missed a good fight yesterday, boy.
What up, Miz? Coach E, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How's
It ain't
everyone
nothing, man.
doing?
Just excited because the brother called me earlier, man. He sent out the bat signal, and I was driving in these mountains trying to get up to, upstate New York. And I'm here now,
Giant
man.
signal.
Everything is good. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. We definitely gonna get into some film in a little bit, but I do have to get the ideas from four of my guys. If Taj wants to speak, we know Taj does what he wants to do. He speak when he wants to speak,
He's
and
mad
he'll
about
stay
the
when he
ticket
wants to
right now,
stay.
man. He's grieving.
But yeah, I'm gonna let him grieve.
Nah,
I told him.
I'm good now.
I told
What he
him.
going
Fuck
through?
them niggas.
I told him LeBron is his bum is his foot right now. Them Lakers ain't going nowhere. But I'm gonna start
But
with
he
Eda
came
Choke.
back though.
Yeah,
That's
he
weird
did.
coming from a Bulls fan, though. Y'all ain't won shit in forever.
Right.
It's
It
a lot
is
of
what it is.
disrespect in this room.
all right.
So we
Straight
gonna
up.
get the
I'm a
Eda
Knicks fan.
Choke.
I can't talk shit neither. At least I'm honest about my shit. We suck.
Yes, y'all do. We gonna get the Eda Chosen coach and Miz. The question earlier, guys, before you came on, is how do you see this offense moving forward, and how do you see us competing with the NFC East moving forward? Because as you know, we were 1-4-1 in the NFC East this year. Miz did not let me forget that.
I don't
He's
think
been
anybody
talking
could
about it
forget
all
that.
off season. But I'm gonna go to Ed, I'm gonna go to Coach, and I'm gonna go to Miz and get you guys. How do you think? How do you think we compete with the NFC East
Hold
right
on
now
one
moving
second
forward?
before you answer that. Miz left Brooklyn, went to fucking Florida, and now he's orange. Boy, you getting burnt up out there, son.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fucking ways of ghost.
We had our games yesterday, so I was out
I
in
think I got a little bit of black hair left. Oh shit, that's all gray. Whoops, okay, never mind.
I was out in the taco fields yesterday for a good 8-9 hours, 88 degrees, bacon, and I don't wear no hat, so
Yeah, he's looking mighty orange over there. But E, let us know what you think, man. We're gonna go to Coach, and then we're gonna go to the Miz, because when the Miz speaks, we listen. So go ahead, E.
First off, that's a wonderful question, bro. And I think to piggyback off what our GM said, he recognized in that playoff game what was going on. We went from on top of the world in Minnesota, where I was able to be and watch our quarterback possibly have one of the best games of a New York Football Giants quarterback in a playoff game. On top of that, where he was damn near perfect in everything that he did, especially having command of the huddle, controlling the offense, having the scheme down packed, putting the game on his arm. But it was just the commander and the leadership he had in that game that showed he was able to take the next step, especially where you make your money and it counts the most. But our great new GM said it best when we played a week after that. He said there is a talent gap, and we have to close that gap. That gap starts with the trenches, number one.
Yep.
Our offensive line was destroyed by their defensive interior because we do something which is called wedge in the pocket, because we have to compensate for our interior linemen and what the question mark at right tackle was last season. So we were good on the left. We didn't have much of a problem there. But when you have those wolves in that defensive line with the Philadelphia Eagles and also them linebackers that matter, and then you got two cornerbacks that know exactly what the Giants is bringing scheme-wise because they just came from here and they're familiar with the quarterback, the offensive line, and certain systems that's being ran in front of them and plays that they saw. That's why Bradbury was able to jump cut that route under Richie James. That's why TJ Edwards was able to hold Bellinger in check. That's why Kelsey was able to keep and neutralize Big Dex. So once the key pieces to what we were doing this season was neutralized, the talent started to show. Now you can't win with wide receiver 3 and 4. Now you're going to lose with cornerbacks 2 and 3. Now you can't run the ball because the line can't get any push or move or get anything going against this solid defensive front that led the league in a record amount of sacks for that franchise with 70. So the way we closed the talent gap so far this season is simple. We looked at putting a hat on a hat, and what neutralizes what they do. Now, barring they lost offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators and head coaches over there, and also some pieces which they are interchangeable with, they still are not the same team, but just a little bit more deficient in the areas like linebacker, that made them very, very formidable when it came to what we did. So what we went out and did was simple. We said, you know what? We're going to get wide receivers and a tight end that stretches the field, that creates space, that can get separation, that's speedsters, that's route runners, and we're going to have your best cornerbacks play our best wide receivers. So their cornerbacks go from 1, 2, and 3. Our receivers go from 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. And when you have that type of arrangement, your third and fourth cornerback is going to face 2 and 3 receivers. So your fourth receiver is always going to be better than their fourth cornerback. Their fifth cornerback, if they put a nickel package on the field, is not even going to work against us. So we neutralize their defense by upgrading our offense when it comes to what we got in Darren Waller. See, the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Commanders, and the Eagles never faced a Giants tight end with the skill set of a Darren Waller.
Facts.
So therefore, when you bring a guy like that in, who stretches the field as a wide receiver, who can block his ass off, but that's a uber talent in the green zone and the red zone, now a defensive coordinator has to say, okay, we have to allocate funds over to that guy. Sometimes we got to put our best linebacker over there shaded with our number 2 corner, or sometimes we got to put our number 1 corner over there because he's going to go past 10 to 12 yards down the field and he's going to draw a safety. But what are we going to do about their 3-2s and their 3-3s? There's the problem. He created mismatches on offense. On defense, we went out and got the best linebacker in the NFC East right now in Bobby O. They lost some pieces at linebacker with TJ Edwards. So now what do? We look for our young boys to probably come in here, help out on defense, show up a little bit on that defensive line. We did that too. Signing Nacho. We let Ashawn Robinson walk out the building, but I trust my GM. He must have been saying something crazy, like he felt like he wanted to start or something like that. So I don't know what went on. I don't want to speculate, but all I know is Ashawn Robinson walked out the building. And that's not something that we've been used to since guys walked in the building or been brought in the building by our GM. So this is my last part, and I won't keep anybody's time. We definitely showed up on special teams too. 4 of the 7 wide receivers we have are special team guys. punt return guys that can actually flip the field, get good field position, knows how to work those wedges and creases, and knows how to play to the strong side of the field to get those extra 10 to 12 yards. They do make a difference. It's a big difference from starting at the 30 than it is at the 44. It's a big difference from starting at the 25 than it is from the 41. And these guys know how to do that. So I look forward to even having a shorter field position with faster, quicker, more route running wide receivers, but bigger, stronger wide receivers also in the red zone. So we shored up the green and red zone. We shored up the middle part of the field, and we shored up what Daniel Jones is going to be able to do when it comes to a lot of different schematics and play schemes with 5 wides against the rest of the NFC East. No 3 and 4 cornerbacks can guard our 2 and 3 wide receivers across the board with none of the teams that we face. The Cowboys are going to be a formidable opponent because the Blandon kid is really good, and they got a veteran, a savvy veteran in Gilmore. And of course, we all know what Diggs is, but a quicker, twitchier wide receiver tears him apart. He cannot deal with stop and goes. He cannot deal with sluggos, and he cannot deal with crossing routes. And we are best when it comes to that. And if you ever think of the games that we actually played, Daniel Jones only threw 1 sailing interception to him. Outside of that, he threw for 182 yards on his ass when we had Kadarius Toney. Now we got 3 guys that can Kadarius Toney, not to mention Wan'Dale Robinson coming back, not to mention the leader in Sterling Shepard in the room, and moving forward. So I hope I was able to get that answer out. I hope that was the question that you asked me, and thank you for letting me answer that.
That was a long-winded ass answer, son.
Right. Good Lord.
Well, Jesus Christ, you had a bunch to say now. God damn it. You gotta get something.
Bro, I was driving on the road for 3 hours and I was late. Forgive me.
Hey.
But Coach, go ahead and see if you can go after all that what E just said. But most of it and pretty much all of it is very true. But go ahead, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate that. E, masterful as always. I appreciate your analysis. That what he said is so true. What I can add to that is basically once we solidify that center slot, we're going to be able to attack them not only vertically but horizontally, because we're going to fix that middle part of the offensive line so teams are not going to be able to push the pocket into DJ's face. So just as he said, with Waller, you can attack downfield, you can attack in the red zone, in the green zone. You can set so many things up. Plus, he can sit and run. You allow this offense to not only spread them out, but if we want to compact it, we can go heavy with tight ends. We can go smash mouth. We can attack them, and basically line up and say, this is what we're going to do. Are you able to stop it? The old Bill Parcells mentality. It doesn't matter if they know what we're going to do. Are you going to be able to stop it? And that's what Dable is starting to do in terms of establishing the mindset. As he said, do we still have a ways to go? Yes, but the foundational part is there. And go in the division, I'm confident that we're going to be able to line up with everyone and attack them. As he just said with Dallas, when you tag Diggs, you can hit them with crossers. I mean, there's going to be so many different ways that you can attack them. You can attack them with short, quick wide receivers. You can attack them with tall wide receivers, with Hodgins and with Johnson if he solidifies himself, and even Waller if you flex him out. So it's you can play so many different ways with this offense that's being established and built within this division. And we're going to be able to solidify. It doesn't matter if they come off the edge. You see what Neil is doing with his off-season workout. He's working on his footwork, and that's the biggest thing. His footwork, and as I said earlier in the analysis, just getting his hands in a little bit more inside because he's long. It's going to prohibit the opposition to attack his center plate, and he's going to be able to ride them out or just totally watch them and crush them. So this offense is being built to.
What? My bad. I'm reading the comment. It says, "Yo, Lou, one of your mods blocked me from your channel. I can't watch any of your videos anymore."
Oh. With Neil and the rest of the offensive line. With the guys that are coming back with Azudu, with McKeithen, hopefully we can see something. The offensive line is going to be stout and strong. It's going to be competitive, and that competition is going to translate to the opposition because we're going to force them to really step up. So I like what I'm seeing. I'm confident that with Shane, he's been playing masterful chess. I mean, I'll continue to say it. His moves are literally sometimes 3 to 4 moves ahead, and he's working with great foresight along with handling things now for with the present. So just like you said when he came in, compete for today, build for the future. He's doing it, and he's doing everything he needs to do to
Facts.
put us in that position to grow and to be the team within the division. And I also think that other teams are doing little moves. The Eagles bringing in what's his name, the third cornerback. Why would they do that? Because they're concerned with what we can do. I think overall this team is being built to compete in the division, in the conference, and in the National Football League. Go ahead, Miz. You got the mic.
Miz done kicked
Right,
us out. He done threw us in
right,
the garage.
right. Right before Miz goes, I'm gonna catch up the chat real quick, but that is absolutely true. And I got some interesting things to say after Miz goes on what you and E just talked about.
I'm gonna look into that.
Rob,
Happy, humble, hungry.
yeah, I was gonna see about that too, Hungry. Robert, he says, I'm thinking DL's defensive lineman / edge round one. Leo is going to be a post June cut. I doubt that,
No,
Mr. Parker.
no.
If they do anything with Leo, more than likely it'll be a restructure.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Waiters, what's going on, Frank? He said Giants should go to 12 personnel this season, in my opinion. We can do a lot of
We
personnel
can do a
things with
lot.
the people we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Bookend, what's going on, Bookend? He says we coming in 23. Let's go. Pause. AJ Bravo, he says co-center Ryan Kelly is on the trade block. You guys think the Giants could be interested? Just depends on the price, but I don't think they're interested at
He
all
may be a
because I
little bit
think,
pricey.
yeah, I think they're gonna go to the draft and probably have Ben Bredesen as the emergency center in the beginning of the season until that center is ready to start. That's what I think the plan is at center. To be honest with you, he says
Miz.
Neil is.
Go ahead, Pat. My bad.
He says Neil is probably the key to the offense this year. He's going to be one of the keys to the offense this year. If he does not step up his play, it doesn't matter how many weapons we have. If Daniel Jones cannot get time, it will not be pretty. Champ, heavyweight champ of the world. He says, "Woo! Happy to see Joe getting better. I can't wait to get him back as my wingman. So many ladies, so little time." And as always, the Big Blue Crew is on point with the G-Man info. Sub up, hit the like button. Woo!
You already know.
Woo! Keep fun.
Hey, Miz,
Right.
I'm coming for you, baby. I started working out again. I'm back on my shit.
You hear me?
Back on my shit, Miz. Started working out again.
Not
You crazy.
You got a lot of catching
I'm
up to
bigger than you
do.
already. I'm
You got a
bigger
lot
than
of
you
catching up
already.
to do.
All I gotta do is get cut again. I just got fat over mine. That's all. I just gotta trim it back down. It's already there. I just gotta trim the fat off of it.
You talking to original Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. You talking to Rocky Maivia?
I don't know who that is.
Not Zay says if we could just lose 2 games in the division, we win like 12 games. I do believe that. Tribe, what's going on? Man, see what I'm saying? Tribe always coming to my streams with the lock showing, the glasses, pulling all the ladies.
Hey, I talked to Skip the other day. He called me.
Okay.
Yeah, I got his number now.
Okay, cool. I
We'll be
know
up, man. We're gonna get together in a few
I'm
weeks.
in a bad area.
Mm-hmm. Man, I can't wait to be able to start doing the podcast and everything with you, Tribe.
Yeah, I need to start it. I didn't make that. What's that for you? Oh.
Deception.
I ain't got no time right now.
No problem. Can you
Okay.
hear me? Or I'm in a bad connection. I'm probably
Nah, we hear you, miss.
I hear you, miss. Go ahead, talk your talk real quick. I'm pretty much caught up on the chat.
I know. I keep popping in and out. I think I strayed too far from the internet. I went to the garage because they had the TV on, but no, I don't really know what was the question.
How do you feel
Okay.
about this offense moving forward? Like, how do you feel about this team moving forward with the offense and then competing in our division?
Man, in the beginning I wasn't too happy, as you know, but I got a chance to look at it, listen to some people. I get it. I guess with the weapons we have, I'm thinking that we would have a rotation or certain package for certain personnel. It's looking like to me, and you keep guys fresh throughout the season. You wait to get Wandell back, and it may not be in the beginning of the year. And definitely, I think it's going to be a rotation. You're going to have certain names for certain packages. And why I feel good about that, that's not usually the way I view football, I guess. But we're in a new era, and you got to look outside the box, so I'm trying to do that. Coach Dabo is really good at putting things together, so I trust him very much with the offense. And my only concern is that I feel that we really need to still really get a big piece in the interior of this O-line, and we all know that would be a center. So I'm
damn right, man.
I hope the Giants do the right thing, grab the center. Don't get suckered into the big name wide receiver or none of that sexy bullshit. Just get, I know the guy that irons the Ohio State. So, what? Yeah, that's all. I don't have much to say because
don't get sucked into none of that sexy bullshit.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. Forget about the young. I want the fantasy weapon. We don't really need that right away. We do need to put this O-line completely together. I feel like when you do that, and you guys already know this, so I'm just speaking what everybody knows. You have a real good O-line, a foundation up front. You don't have to have the best weapons in the world. You will still have really good offense. I really feel that way.
True.
Luke Wiper C.
We've been talking about this center thing for a lot of years already. So I think we have the opportunity in this draft early to grab a really good center. If it's not Michael Schmidt, the kid from Ohio State, I'm seeing a lot of people are
Luke Wiper, man, I'm telling you. That's going to be the best center in the draft.
You think so, Taj?
Yeah.
You don't like John Michael Smith?
That's what a lot of people are saying.
I think he's. Go ahead,
Ty. Go ahead, Taj.
No, I was gonna say, I think at the end, I think Luke Wiper is gonna be the one that's gonna be better than that's gonna be John Michael Smith, and is gonna be the best center in this draft, in my opinion. Go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, I think Schmitz is the most ready, but I do think Weipler will wind up being the better center overall further into their careers. But if you want something for right now, because we don't have anybody at center, Schmitz might be the best option for us, and he's not going to be bad. Don't take that as like Schmitz is going to be a bum. I think he's going to be a solid center for years to come.
You just think Weipler has a higher ceiling, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Let me get to these comments, and then I'm going to give my little take. Shin Hai, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. Thank you for tuning in, bro.
Ed likes Olawutimi, and I know a lot of guys like that Stromberg kid out of Arkansas. Go ahead.
And Stromberg's going to be a good one, too. Eric Johnson, he says, can you show film like last year on centers coming out in the draft, their strengths and weaknesses? I was planning on doing that all next month leading up to the draft, so look out for those shows, man.
Yes.
Hopefully I could get my guys, do the pickets in with Joe and do the same thing we did for you guys last year. That was a blast.
Fun doing that.
Mm-hmm. Honey Badger, he says, well said, E. Yeah, he said a lot. And he says we still not done yet. Still got a full draft. That is true.
Man, I ain't say nothing in 19 minutes.
El Capitan, what's going on?
Oh
Jay the God, what's going on? King.
El Capitan was throwing uppercuts for the fences last night. Bro.
Right. I don't know what El Capitan was doing. Chris TV says, after looking at tape on Banks and Smith, I'd rather have Cam Smith than Banks. You might have to explain yourself on that one, but I know a lot of people that like Cam Smith better than Banks too. I just think Banks fits. Yeah, I just think Banks fits us better if we want to do that press man coverage defense. Yeah. He says, everyone, please like the video. If you haven't already, helps the channel get recognition. You're damn right, Honey Badger. Thank you for looking out. I'm going to
send Ralph after you.
Right. Tim, what's going on, Frith?
Tim.
Mr. Proud says, I see you guys aren't worried about all these slot receivers. I'm not worried about that.
No.
Shout out to the we were at 71, so thank you guys for tuning in. King Chris, he says, I honestly won't mind waiting until next year to find our receiving one next year. I feel like the talent coming out next will be better. It will. So the Giants select Jackson Smith and Jigba with the 25th overall pick. Don't tell that to Miz. You might get beat up. You just said you don't want that sexy shit. He says,
"Yo, fat, looking like the guy who sings the song, I'm too sexy."
Right. He do look like that dude. So sexy, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yo, he says, yo, Pat, check out the film on Buster Cherry, tight end Temple. He's a stud. Yes, I've already looked at him, bro. You know who you're talking to. He actually could be pretty good, but I think our tight end room is set. We may pick up a tight end in the 7th round just to get a camp body. Who knows? But I want mine. Book in. He says, good news. Neil is working with Willie Anderson. He knows he needs to work on that footwork. The offseason work will pay dividends. Actually, Bobby Johnson sent them to Willie Anderson. Good evening, fellas. Michael R. Appreciate you, bro. He says, Big Pat, how far do you think Nolan Smith will fall? And if it's close to 20, would you trade a pick up to move up and get him? It's not exactly a huge need, but he's a beast. I'm not trading assets for anybody in this draft. I'm sorry.
All right.
Joe is trying to win now without selling out our future. That is good. King Jers, what's going on, Jers? Chris, he says, I wish Emeka, I wish he was too, because he's underrated as hell over there with Ohio State. He really is. Mm-hmm. He says, Honey Badger says, at 25, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 57, Avila from TCU, 89, 6'4", 6'5" receiver from Wake Forest, A.T. Perry, Trey Palmer, or Tyler Scott.
He said John Michael Smith. He didn't say Jackson Smith and Jigba. He said John Michael Smith.
He said there's so few centers. The kid from Michigan is good also. Yep. Hey, thank you for the $10 super chat, Tally Ryan. And he's a Big Blue Crew member, talking his talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. He says, I'm telling you right now, with Bellinger, who Kelsey praised, and Waller on the field together will be a nightmare for defense once we fix the O-line. You are absolutely preaching the gospel. We definitely have to do that. Corey Young.
Hallelujah.
Right. Corey Young. He says, I feel too many people. Oh, snap. There it go. He says, I feel too many people want the sexy pick and not the pick that's going to help. We need a center and guard. We can get the receiver or cornerback as the 3rd or 4th pick. There are plenty of quarterbacks in this draft. Yep. That is true. Just depends on who falls in that first round, though. He said Ralph has a ferocious left jab. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, if his opponent is a mosquito.
He says, will the Giants trade Adoree Jackson, Pert, 160 and 240 picks, and the 24 and 25 first rounders to the Seahawks for Adams, Lockett, and a 5th? What the hell? I'm not doing all this, Timothy. Hell wrong with you?
Big Lou School of Boxing.
What's good?
Right. Almighty Finesse, what's good, brother? Ronald Collins, what's good? Thank you for tuning in, Ronald. He says, we'd love to get Marvin Harrison Jr. next year for our number 1 pick. Unless we sorry as hell, we're not getting him. Rasheed Rice in the third round. If he falls to the third round, I'm definitely swiping Rasheed Rice in the third round.
I take him in the third round all day.
Third or fifth round, a sweet spot for
Yo,
receivers.
Harrison be a top 10 pick next year, barring any injuries.
Yep, he's a top 10 pick next year. Now, just to give you guys a little bit what I think before we start getting into a little film review, I know that's what E is waiting for. That's why he's silent. But just to piggyback off what you guys
just
said.
feel like I was told I talked too much for a moment and that hurt my feelings. So
Oh, man, you need a hug, E. God damn, son.
What?
Don't do us like that, boy. Don't
Wells.
do us like that, E.
Man, you need a hug.
Right. Wells, what's going on, Wells?
We can't be in this modern day sensitive ass culture, man. We men.
Right. I will say this though.
Y'all know I'm bullshitting on the grill. I just been listening to the love. Like I'm just so happy to be here, brothers. That's what it is. Y'all know that, man.
Yeah.
I can only pull up like once every couple of months, and I'm with some of the favorite people, man, that I'm gonna be seeing. In case y'all didn't know, on April 27th, your boy is sliding through the Kansas City like this.
And
spoke to NYG. I'm in there. It's nothing.
Definitely can't wait to that.
Snitching ass nigga. See the what I be talking about, man.
Right. Keep that on the wrap, sir. But just to piggyback off what you guys are talking about.
Oh, we sneaking in there.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know we were sneaking. B, you should have. Somebody got it. Yo, you could DM me like, yo, E, we sneaking. All right, cool.
Yeah, they did that to me too, and I didn't know about it.
Oh.
You know what? That's not your fault then. It's two of us that was not told to sneak.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Lord have mercy. Shout out to the 75 in the chat. But now, just to piggyback off what Coach E said earlier, I think we're going to be running an offense that dictates to our opponent this year, which is a tremendous upgrade from last year.
Time out. Almighty finesse. Where's Snarf and Ralph at? They saw from the fight they had last night.
Right.
Oh my
God.
Tudo.
With the $4.99 super chat, he says, massive salutes and respect to Big Boss Pat, Lou, Joe, Coach Ed, Coach Miz, Wells, and all diehard Giants fans in the house. And for all Stinky Boys losers, forget about it. What's going on, Tudo? Praying for your recovery, man. I know you out there getting it in, bro. Pause. Meet the Mets. What's going on? Corey Alum, what's going on? Thank you guys for tuning in. Duran Osman, good to see you, bro. Hope everything is well, bro. Good to see you. But I think we're going to run an offense that dictates to the defenses this year, which is a tremendous upgrade from what we were last year because the defense really dictated what we were going to do. So I think that's a major change, man, and it's all because of that major trade that we did to get a top 5 tight end for only a third-round pick was absolutely huge for us. So I think we'll be able to dictate what you can do against us, and Barkley is still here. So you don't know if we're going to run it at you. You don't know if we're going to attack you in the middle of the field. You don't know if we're going to run deep on you because we got speed all over the field. It's going to be a good thing this year, man. But if you heard what Coach E and Lou and Joe said earlier, they were right on point, man. You can't get more on point than what they was talking about earlier. So can't say too much more after that. But
hold on. The Giants is going to be playing Puerto Rican judo. When we line up, you don't know if we got a knife. You don't know if we got a gun. You don't know if we got a bat. And you don't know.
Okay. You don't know what the hell we finna do. And
somebody
another
gonna
thing,
get hurt, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Somebody gonna get hurt, and it ain't gonna be us. Somebody gonna get hurt because one, the problem with everybody that's not really thinking about what we got on this team is you looking at guys who came off injury, but you're not looking off guys who also came from recovery. These dudes that he was injured. First of all, our quarterback and running back was injured every year till last year. Shout out to the attrition special strength and conditioning coaches to keep these guys healthy. Even the bumps and nicks kept them on the field. But the guys that we got in this building now, Darren Waller played all games until he, had what he had going on personally. Paris Campbell played all his games, his first 17 for the first time. So a lot of times we're looking at people who are oft injured, but if you're a Giant fan, that's something you've been dealing with the last 9 years, tops in the league.
Right. Oh, we ain't uppercutting like that because we gonna get the hell knocked out of us.
Boy, that shit was hilarious.
Honey Badger says everyone talking about the new pieces we got, but forgetting we got Barkley in the backfield. Waller, Barkley, DJ, runner, pass. Sheesh, too much to worry about. I was going to get into that as well.
Exactly
Durant Osman, he says, I'm fine not drafting a receiver high. I want to give DJ the most time and wink that cornerback that will enable the D-line to get to the quarterback. That is very true. The trenches need to be fixed on both sides. Waller really wasn't hurt last year. He ain't like the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders liked him too much either.
Yeah, you saw what he did when it came to his coaching, getting married, and he called this conversation out. Left immediately after that.
Maximus, much love to the panel. Tommy, what's going on? He says, much love to the panel and all Giants. Maximus Jones will hoist up the trophy, screaming out, are y'all not entertained?
We Tank Bigsby in the 4th round, Auburn running back, perfect 1-2 punch.
Yeah, Tank Bigsby would definitely be a pretty good pick in the 4th round. I will say that. Tudo, he says, Big Boss, Coach Ed, Coach Miz. Y'all missed the main event, leather to the face between Ralph and Snarf, pay-per-view, priceless, air boxing, spitting all over, and bubble snuds all over their faces.
Like, what was they doing? What the hell?
I don't know what they were doing, but
we told them to have a celebrity death match in between rounds.
Oh my God,
that shit was fucking.
But I will say this before we get into a little film. How do you guys feel about Waller being on this team, opening it up for where DJ can actually maneuver a little bit better than he was last year? Because if you try to spy DJ this year, I think you pay a heavy price this year. What do you guys think about that?
I'm going to go last.
Who's that, Coach?
Yeah, that's what I think, bro. That's what I think.
Yeah, he's going to have a security blanket now.
Yeah, Melo. What's going on, Melo? Thank you for tuning in, brother.
When he rolls out of that pocket now, he don't have to just run. He can throw his to his tight end, or his running back coming out of the backfield. And if his receivers are good enough, they can come back to him. You know what I mean? So it's a lot more options now when you try to pin your ears back and go after DJ.
What you think about it, Joe?
I like it. I'm just gonna sit back and watch them do the work, and I'm gonna cheer for them right here. Hey,
wow.
Be for football. I gotta wait till next year. Then I'm heading out. Maybe I'll make the team.
Hey, Lou, I'm gonna add to what you just said. As the Bard used to say, and I like it, and I like it, and I like it.
I think that's gonna be a dope concept, man. I think Waller opens up a whole lot in this division because they haven't seen a tight end like Waller here. The closest thing they had to it is Goddard, and I think Waller is 2 times the tight end Goddard is.
The last tight end in the NFC East with that type of skill set, and shout outs to him, he was just off injured, was a Jordan Reed. And that was a guy who was speedy, route running, receiver, and you had to allocate people to this kid because he was a game wrecker. See, that's the difference between our team now and our team last season. DJ became a game wrecker. Saquon could wreck a game. But after that, you have a bunch of question marks. When it came to the Eagles, you got a Devontae Smith, a Jalen Hurts, a Miles Sanders, a Devontae Smith, guys who could wreck a game. When you go to the Cowboys, you got a Ezekiel Elliott, a Tony Pollard, a tight end in Schultz, who definitely could get his, and also a CeeDee Lamb, guys who could wreck a game. Now we have on the receiving end a game wrecker. On the running end, a game wrecker. And as a quarterback, the familiarity with the teams he's played against and actually would have beat if he would have had that one question mark that was a plus mark. So now what do? I'm familiar with who you are. Y'all didn't get familiar with who I am because I was always under-talented, but now I got some things in the building. So now we can get business.
Cool. Honey Badger says level concepts, routes on the field gonna be easy for us. Damn right it's gonna be easy for us this year. Tudo, he says Big Boss Lou and all in all, we need more linebackers to make more empanada and poposada balls?
Boss, Panada and Papusa.
Panada pupusa. Okay, panadas and pupusas. There you go. All right. We ready to get to a little bit of film here soon. This is what you guys came for, and we're gonna get into that film right after these messages.
J-Lay backstage?
Not yet. Wait a minute. There you go. What's going on, Big Pat Sports Talk fans? And welcome to Big Pat Sports Shop, man. We got merch. We got merch now, man. 15% off everything, man. We have everything that you need as a Big Pat Sports Talk fan. Man, we got shirts, we got bags, we got hoodies, we got mugs, even aprons. So go ahead, click on that, what you're looking for, get that hoodie, get whatever color you want to get, whether it's red, whether it's blue, whether it's navy, whether it's green, whether it's black. Add it to the cart, and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support.
Add them to the roster, and we got you.
Right. So,
JLA,
what's going on?
Dancing over there, bro.
Yeah. It's called editing, man. I love editing.
That was all right, bro. He was doing a little electric homie slide, like a little.
That's how I dance at the bar. That's how I dance.
That's a fact, Lou. That's me all the way.
That wasn't even me, but I'll take it.
So what you're saying is you guys dance alone at the bar, no girls?
No, yeah,
yes, I do dance alone. I love the woman that I'm with. Yes, I dance alone.
Yeah,
right there, Fred spoke up.
My wife is there, but I'm just, like my two-step. This is about all you gonna get out of me.
Right.
That's the fact, and maybe a point with the snake.
Yeah, I might,
Little two-step. That's all it is. But thank you to the 91 in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe button for us, man. For all these wonderful people in the chat.
In the bedroom. You want to see my moves? We got to bounce out of here.
Hey,
right.
Don't dance, we boogie.
He says, can you give any info on Nacho? What his role might be? He will be the backup to Dexter Lawrence. When Dexter Lawrence needs a breather, he will be at the nose technique. And then they might slide him to the 3 technique sometimes too, and put him and Dex on the field as well when we play somebody like the Eagles and they try to do that heavy run packages. Nacho's gonna be a big part of this team, man. He says, Big Boss Pat, what's up with the stinky green colors and the merch, boss? We're allergic to ugly green colors. Our eyes are sore already, boss.
I told you.
Well, you don't have to get green.
Green.
I burn on my sticky green.
Yeah.
Joe.
But she drinks Dr. Pepper and she likes green.
It gets disrespectful in here. I just want y'all to know that.
He says, been hearing rumors of Jair Alexander. I don't know where you've been hearing those rumors for, but it's going to cost a lot to get that man out of Green Bay. I'll tell you that now. Deshaun Robinson might come after we do a couple of restructures because it has to happen because we don't even have enough money to sign our draft class yet. So something has to shake.
Leo has to be restructured first before we can even make a pickup like that.
Tommy, he says our offense has production with the backup wide receiver room and injuries on the O-line and rookies. We can continue rolling on the offense now with way better receivers and continue to add to the O-line. We definitely do need to do that. Frank, what's going on? Coca Pepsi.
Pepsi all day, son.
Coke.
I'm a Coke kind of guy, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, really. Dr.
Right.
Pepper, really, but Pepsi. I mean, Coke, I mean. Lou just had it up in my face, so that's what I said. You subliminally made me say it.
That's a
Our
front.
suggestion, sir.
I thought you
The
start
frozen.
working out. Now you're drinking a 2-liter of Pepsi?
Yo, Pepsi, send your boy G Nation Sports a sponsor, yo.
Huh?
They give me my free advertising.
Oh,
How's it
shit.
Coke?
Perry Mack, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe
Affiliate
button for
marketing
us.
right here. Pepsi, you need to send me a link to G Nation Inside
RC
Sports.
Cola. There you go.
Yeah, RC is back from home. He says, "Do you think
Royal
Banks will be
Crown?
there?"
Royal Crown Soda, Royal Crown Cola, RC Cola.
RC.
Yeah.
Me and my RC. Ain't no me and my RC. Ain't no
Yeah. There
They
you
had
go.
actual cocaine in there back then.
It tastes like metal.
Tastes
Man, shout out to Perry Mack in the chat, man. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. It's the first time I seen him. Like that avatar too. That New
I
York
do,
Giants
too.
and water bubbles is dope. He says, "Do you think Banks would be there at 25?" I doubt it, but if he is,
Never
I
know.
don't see the Giants not taking a hard look at him though. But let's get into what we came here to do, man. We're gonna get into a little bit of film. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. Definitely want to hear what Lou and Coach and Joe think about this. But let's get into a little film. We're gonna get off the screen and then we're gonna come back onto the screen. But this is I think this is the first play. This is the first play I wanted you guys to show. This was Ole Miss versus Texas A&M. Now, as you see, they have one inline tight end, running back, DJ with a quarterback, two receivers at the top. Now I'm going to play the play, let you guys see the play, and then I'm going to rewind it, and we're going to talk about the play. So let's watch it. First, check out the formation that we have. What they have. It was one of the formations I think that we could run. But check out the formation. All right, you see the hit.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Now you see how he broke open in the end to get the touchdown. Sorry if it's a little blurry on you guys' screen, but you see how he broke open in the formation. Y'all let me know if y'all hear me. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, got you.
Okay, but you see how he broke open in the formation. Now, Coach, I want you to explain what's going on and explain it to the fans back at home watching us on their TVs, laptops, cell phones, however you're watching us. Thank you.
Panel.
Right. So I want you to tell me what's going on, and you tell me to pause it whenever you want me to pause. So let's go.
All right. Right now, the defense is lined up basically in a 3-4, playing some type of version of either a cover 2 or quarters in alignment, showing that. So the offense is in an offset. I say an offset pistol, if you want to say it, if you want to be technical, with the wing. All right. So that wing is actually the key to what they're doing offensively. And he's actually, to me, he's actually reading two people. He's reading that deep safety over the top of him, and he's reading that outside linebacker. Those are the ones that are keying him more than anything that he's going to key in terms of his routes. And then as he breaks off of the line of scrimmage, what are they doing? And then go ahead, run it, Pat. So now, with the fake sweep, that drew the outside linebacker, which opened it
right
up.
there.
Exactly. So it opened it up. If you watch the offensive line, they're blocking it down. Tight end is not even going out. They're all staying in to give it some type of run action. You're pulling out an inside line offensive lineman to just pick up a defensive end or an edge, who's ever's coming. Like I said, that outside linebacker went with the running back with the pitch, and the other linebackers kind of flowing with that. And then the receivers over the top, they're running a vertical, you want to say double post, they're running some type of a in cut or in a post, whatever. And then that wing guy is running the wheel route, which is catching that defense all totally off guard. Number one, because of the fake action on the sweep. So that's keeping your linebackers, and then the two going vertical are keeping those other three defensive backs in a sense, which is why the wheel opened up and bingo, money to the bank. Real simple concept, real simple play. Defense is just basically playing their responsibilities. They're reading it, but nobody's keying in on that wheel on the run. And that's really it. And if you're looking, I mean, who's the personnel? I mean, that should have been an indicator because it does look like it's a running back. So, and it doesn't look like it's a massive fullback or a F back or H back, however you want to categorize it. It looks like he's a quick guy. So, that should have been an indicator. That middle linebacker, that first inside linebacker to the defense's right, should have adjusted. They should have bumped if more than anything. All the linebackers should have bumped because you still had coverage between that backside corner and the safety over the top. So you still have run support and you still have deep coverage in the pass. So if they bump, that linebacker should be able to have stayed with the wheel. If
Hold up,
anything.
stop the show.
Go ahead.
Sorry. We got 81 people watching, guys. Get the likes up, man. You're doing my boy Pat dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing us dirty. Yo, E. So
get the likes up, man.
I'm right here,
please
baby.
hit that like and subscribe button for me. But since we see the lineup here, what do you think with the weapons that we have now, with this being the inline tight end, we all know who the quarterback is. This guy here, him, and him. What lineup that you think would be best as far as getting this set to be, the best possible set we can get to get the best possible results? Who would you want in here on this type play?
Okay. Right at the top, outside the 20, I need Isaiah Hodgins right there. Because one, he's going to be your red zone threat if he goes vertically. So no matter what, you're going to have to allocate a cornerback to him, and a safety is going to have to keep eyes on him. A safety is going to keep eyes on him. So therefore, that's going to allow that side of the field to pay attention to him. Inside of that, I need Paris Campbell there. Because one, he's the fastest off the line out of all of our receivers right now, vertically, stretching the field, and we all know what happens at the 10-yard line. That safety is going to break in because he understands where he has to play to help out that inside cornerback. On the left other side right there, outside of the left tackle, if I'm not mistaken, thank you very much, I would like Waller right there. I would like Waller right there. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. Because if I have those guys,
I was going to say, give us the reason.
Because if I have those guys breaking vertically, I have an option route with Waller. The middle of the field is going to open up in the seam. And if he was to run straight up the field towards the goalpost, everything that you guys are about to see that I'm going to bring up has to move. Now, when you run this play, the one thing coach didn't say, because he always says so many great things, and I'm happy he gave me this gem, the right side of the field is frozen. There's no movement on the right side of the field with the defense. So one, we will be able to take advantage of 3-4 defenses in this type of formation. Now look where this guy's running. Look how they're allocating funds, but look at the right side of the defensive alignment. They're frozen. They have nothing to play defense on except help out defense. So imagine sending your tight end just straight up the middle of the field to the goalpost, if you want that option.
Okay. Lou, what you got for me? How would you feel? How would you want the lineup to be on the field if you were Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka? How would you want this lineup being? This is your inline tight end, 2 receivers set up here, running back, or however you want these 2 guys to be. And we know this is DJ. How'd you want the setup to be with the guys that we have now? Oh, is Lou there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, how would you want the setup to be as you see it here on the screen?
I stepped away to grab my coffee. Hold on. In what aspect? What do you mean? Receiver wise?
Yeah, I mean, like this is the lineup here. This is the formation right here. You got your inline tight end here, two receivers at the top, running back, or however you want to line these two guys up to be, whatever position you want to be on the field. We all know this is DJ. So who would you want in this setup here?
Okay. Based on the receivers that we have now, I would probably want Paris Campbell on the outside, Slayton right there. Of course, Barkley in the backfield. Is that a receiver right there next to the referee?
He could be a receiver, a tight end, running back, whoever you want him to be.
Darren Waller.
You want Waller? You and E want Waller right here. Okay.
Either I want him. You know what? I want Waller down at the bottom and Bellinger right there, or Wan'Dale Robinson right there.
Okay. Coach, how would you line them up?
Hodgins is the off wide receiver.
I forgot about Hodges.
Johnson, if he's back, is the on the 20.
But Hodgins ain't as fast as Paris.
But he said Colin Johnson if he's back. You wanted Hodgins or Colin Johnson right here. Okay.
Woo, if Colin Johnson is back, that's the number one guy.
That's what I was just about to say on the outside. That's what. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I still want Waller on the end line on the other side, just to keep eyes there. I mean, I understand what everyone is saying, and it's a beautiful concept, but it's still just his eyes there. Those eyes there to what he was saying earlier, where they were frozen. They're still going to stay frozen because they're going to keep eyes on him because he may sneak out. So
true.
I still want Waller right there.
Have a second on the route, yeah.
I actually want Barkley on the wing.
I could see that.
I want Barkley on the wing, and I would want because we've done it. We played both of them in there, Barkley and what's the other running back?
We in the red zone too. We in the red zone.
And you got Breida. So yes, I'd want Barkley there. For
Barkley right here or right Barkley, here?
No, I'm sorry, guys. I don't like Matt Breida. I don't know why we re-signed that fucking guy.
Do you think we would have been better off with Jerry Brightwell?
So, but that's who I like. I like Breida because of the sweep concept. That's why I'm putting him there. Because there's that sweep action. And then you got Barkley sneaking out. You can even split zone because you can run split zone off of that sneak Barkley coming across the other way. Because we've run split zone where the top wing comes across the offense in the backfield going from left to right. So it just keeps the defense truly honest. It really does. So,
Coach, can I say something to you really quick?
Go ahead.
When we look at this play, right, and I'm going to ask Pat to just run it one time and then rewind it back. I want everybody to recognize the one thing the defense made the mistake in miscommunication. And it's a wonderful thing because the offense made them miscommunicate. Now, when you look at the far right, you're going to see the cornerback back up. You just see him just now? Look where he's backing up to. If you go back a little bit, Pat, just rewind a little bit for me.
Yeah, he's back about 3-4 steps.
Why did he come out of his stance? Because he doesn't understand where the concept of the play is going. Look, he's not moving. He's been stuck there for seconds. Yep. He's too late to pick up anybody, and that dummy route came to him to stop him from even getting involved in the play. Look.
That's true.
Both these guys.
Look at him. Flat-footed, nobody over there, no funds allocated to a whole entire left side that's overloaded.
Now these two guys here need their ass whooped too.
He said
it's the run action. If you look, they're playing the run. That's why the wing is by themselves. So they played the run. They actually played. This. I'm going to be honest with you. That's coaching. That's coaching because
that's called knowing their defensive formation and dialing up your offensive scheme to dominate on knowing that you saw that on film. That's film study right there, 101.
But
Go
that's
back to
Now,
the
the
beginning. Go
DB
back
should
to
have
the
fought,
beginning.
should
Go
have
back to
checked
the
it
beginning,
out.
Pat. Pat, go back to the beginning. Okay. When you see this alignment right here, okay, like I said earlier, those two inside linebackers should be bumping to their right.
Yeah.
So instead of playing, because it looks like they're playing 30 techniques, they should be bumping over to overload, to kind of overload, because of the numbers game. Right, first and foremost is the numbers game, because that nickel slot that's coming up, or the outside linebacker, he's coming up. Then if he's going to play the slot, or the number two receiver on the inside of the 20, then those two should be playing for outside support. So that's right there is the biggest adjustment right there. You do that, that takes care of everything. Even on the backside, if that cornerback doesn't know what to do, if he's spying the tight end, because I'm going to say that's Waller. He has to keep eyes on him. He can't worry about the other side. If those two linebackers just bump over,
Yeah.
they're there. Because then, now, if that's man,
Mm.
that wing goes with him. If they're in zone,
Exactly.
right now, that's why I say it's quarters, because they transition from quarters, cover four, to cover one, or cover zero, and that's why those linebackers, they should be reading that.
Yeah.
It should be either
now I
that
want to
outside.
talk.
Go ahead.
Now I was going to say I want to talk some scenarios to you because in the
Mm-hmm.
NFL, this we all know this is college.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you some scenarios in the NFL. Me personally, if I'm in the red zone, I want this to be Hodgins. I want this to be Paris Campbell or Slayton, whichever one you want to put there. I want this to be Bellinger. I want this to be Waller, and this is Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I say that is if Evan Neal gets his game up, you don't have a second blocker down here to help Evan Neal.
Bless you.
You know what I'm saying? You put Waller on the route. If I got Waller in the game right there, he's going on the route. Now, let's just say they send a blitz. Let's say this dude blitzes.
Mm-hmm.
So if this guy is blitzing,
Send him.
this guy is going to be responsible for
Mm-hmm.
Waller. Or if they're running a cover 3, this guy's going to be responsible for getting underneath Waller if he
Mm-hmm.
takes it up the seam. And this guy's going to be playing deep safety. He's going to move over to this spot, and they're going to pick up these two guys over here. So if he blitzes, I'm sending Waller on the post. Reason why? I'm bringing this guy away from the middle of the field, and I keeping him at bay this way. And Waller has enough speed where both these guys are going to have to bracket him. That's why the fuck I like Waller so much. Now, you're still going to think this is a run play because Bellinger's right here. He's the blocking tight end, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When Bellinger comes out, I want him to do the same thing because more than likely he's going to be wide open. Because you want to know why? Because this linebacker has full run responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
He has full run responsibility if you're running the zone and this guy's blitzing. Now, you're going to have to get the ball out quick. Go ahead, E.
Now, I was going to ask you to go back after you're done and go to the formation. No, when you're done, my brother, because I want to break down what coverage that is and defensive scheme in the NFL. So when you're done.
This right here, this is man. They ran man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying when you're done. Okay, Steve, right here. This is a 3-4 with 2 high safeties in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
How do you beat 2 high safeties, gentlemen?
Shit, you gotta have to get middle of the field cracking.
There we go. So obviously your concept pattern, I want to stay with that. With Waller right there, if Neal got his weight up, what he's going to do is chip block. Even if they blitz, they wall for a second. He runs out to either a wheel or post route, meaning as Waller. All the funds are still allocated that way to the field. You have Barkley there. Even if he's going to catch a pass in the flat, once he gets past the 20-yard line, it's optional. And let's not forget, our quarterback can run. Guess what's going to happen when everybody goes past him for the pass rush in a blitz, and he has the entire field in front of him to cut to that lane?
He's gonna go right here in this alley. And he's gonna pick up about 15 yards because these
And
guys
this is what I'm talking about. Thank you for letting me jump in that concept, my brother.
Go ahead, Miz, because I think you were trying to say something. Go ahead, Miz. Miz, you there?
You're muted, Miz. You're
muted,
muted.
Miz. Unmute your mic.
Unmute your mic, Miz.
Oh, you said a minute? 1 minute?
Yeah.
I think he's talking to somebody else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that concept right there, that's who I want in there, man, because in the NFL, this guy's going to have to be able to run a route. I don't think you're just going to be able to attack one whole side of the field. But if they're undisciplined, this will work in the NFL too. But
Yeah.
I would love to see Waller on a route and bring one or at least two of these guys, two or at least one of these guys out of the way, because I believe Campbell or Slayton could beat him on a post route.
Absolutely. Yo, Pat. I want you to go back to what you just showed about 5 to 6 seconds. Remember, if we got Waller and Neal there, Waller stays on that wall. That sandwich block. That's what they call it, sandwich block. He stays on that block right there. That's it. He's out of there after that. After he slows that linebacker up right there, he's gone 3 to 5 yards already up the field off his first couple of steps. So those guys who are pivoted in that position 8 yards away, he's taken with him to clear up the middle of the field. Now these guys is coming on intermediate routes, pause, at the 8-yard line. Run the whole play. Somebody goes to the 8-yard line.
That's safety.
Boom. Do you realize right there, Waller takes the safety away by going to the X over by the Texas word, because the post is right there. There's nobody allocated to the middle of the field. You have two options. You can hit your running back, who's going to be faster than every linebacker and cornerback in the flat, or you can go the concept route of having your tight end hit at the 10-yard line with a time and play walk-in touchdown.
All right. Now, let me just say this. With the free agency pieces that we've brought in, we've created mismatches already. I'm sure with the draft, his intention is to create depth, competition, and mismatches. Okay? I can already see what they're trying to do. They're going to make sure that there's at least 2 mismatches on the field at offense at all times.
Come on now, talk that shit, Lou.
You know what I'm saying? If you have 2 mismatches plus Barkley and a quarterback that can run, now your offense is quite hard to stop. So if you go get a lineman in this draft that's worth his fucking weight in salt, okay, at the center position, I'm telling you, bro, you go get a center, or a true number 1 wide receiver, and a true shutdown corner, bro. We lit. We lit. The New York Giants are going to bully the NFC East and the NFC. And if we get to the big dance, we're going to stomp that ass. Period. I don't even need no film to tell you this.
If we get a center, we lit. But let's just say
No. I'm back on my shit.
Yeah.
I'm back on my shit.
Yo, you better put a 1 at the end over there.
Nah, fuck you with the draws. With no ties. Okay? No fucking ties.
The thing.
Can I just say this,
man? Go ahead, man.
Oh, besides that, everything Pat said is exactly to a T what I was waiting at the end to say. But so you stole my shit. It's good. It's fine. We think the same. But because I would have had the new tight end, at the bottom run the post. But because this defense is a mess and they got 3 guys on the bottom just scratching themselves. But take a look at one thing that we haven't really mentioned. The O-line gives this guy plenty time. You know, so just wanted
the center in particular. The center didn't even move.
But this is I want to know E and Coach Ed and Lou and you guys' route concepts for this play. My route concept, I got Waller on the post here. I got Slayton on a post but a dig, like cut it off around the 8-yard line. Cut it off around the 8-yard line and start going across the field. I got this outside receiver on the deep post, and I got him on the wheel route, and I got my flat right here just in case everybody decides they want to cover and leave Saquon Barkley alone down here and have the ball in his hand and let him do work. That's the route concept that I wanted for this play. But Coach, what do you think? What's the route concepts that you would want for this play?
I mean, pretty much everything that's still there is what you run. I mean, there's no deviation from this play, this formation. I mean, it's perfect based on their alignment and what they're doing. Even if they bump the right side defensive backs up to play a little bit more press. It's still going to take and clear everything. So, and then on the backside, if you want to have a tight end run the post, that's fine. Post, run a seam just to clear it out, and then come over the top. It's there. It attacks the middle of that defense. So, yes, everything you guys said is so on point. So, as far as the route concepts, you're right. Outside number one is running that post. Number two is running the dig or the in cut, backside like we just talked about, and then the wheel route. So perfect.
I'm with you on that. Now I want you to run the play, Pat, because I want you to realize these route concepts. Whoever called this play on the offensive side of the ball, he's film studied this entire defense right here for this play. He added this play while watching this defensive formation on tape. Watch how they take all the cornerbacks. Look, right now, they're about to cross the faces of the cornerbacks. These guys on the right-hand side still have not moved. And one guy is going to come over there to decoy route that to move them. So you bring Waller out on a corner post route. He's free. He's running free after this pick block. He's running free. So your concepts are perfect, Pat. Now, when you run the play, watch how these guys, once again, look at them. Look.
Still don't know how you allow that man to get that wide open.
Yo, and I'm telling you how he allowed him to get that wide open. You know why? He made the defense miscommunicate starting from the line of scrimmage. It was a miscommunication from the line of scrimmage because he had his offense communicating. And that's how you create mismatches and play concepts and easy touchdowns.
Here's the defensive principles that you always say. Alignment. The first thing is alignment, then assignment, and then execution. The alignment is wrong. That's
their alignment is terrible. Why you got so many people lined up over here and you see everybody over there?
3-4 with two high safeties, but you got four back there. You got four guys before the 10-yard line. It's not a run play. It was trickery. Look.
Exactly. And that's where the alignment, that defense needs to see that. That's where those linebackers need to say, look, we got to play for the run because that will or that outside edge or however you want to classify him, he has to play that. He has to play that outside running back. Or if you dare you do it, then that will takes the wing and that middle inside linebacker inside outs to the running back in case of a pass.
Now I want to mention something too. Another thing that we didn't mention on this play. Why I think these linebackers thought it was run too. He pulled that right guard. Was that the center or the right guard that pulled? I think it was the right guard. He pulled that right guard, and it made these dudes focus on that right guard pulling, so they're thinking, oh, it's finna be a toss. Because you see the way that he ran and looked at the quarterback when he was running.
Isn't that one of our biggest play concepts right there from last year, Mike Kafka, with that right toss?
But can we trust Glowinski to get over there is the thing.
Hell never we can't trust Glowinski. That's why I think McKeithen is going to take that spot.
Here's a question.
You got Wyatt Davis, too.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Mets. Snarf, what's going on?
Hey, Snarf is in the building?
You didn't even notice me. I've been sitting here for like 15 to 20 minutes, Lou.
It's me, Sun Chi.
Anyway.
Snarf.
The way I see it, we need to do the one thing. The one thing that gets bigger the more we take out of the defense for our offensive setups. And what is the one thing that gets bigger the more you take away from it?
I don't know, Snarf. You tell us.
A hole.
Jesus Christ.
Pause.
Super pause.
Right. But I know what you mean, man. Like, the blocking needs to get a lot better. Creating a hole when it comes to the running game because it make the people come up more trying to get the running game. But I will tell you this: Ole Miss was running the ball like crazy on them in this game, and maybe that's why they got the play that they got it.
And now and the thing about it is, even with that guard opening and pulling to the left, that right side inside linebacker took the wrong angle.
Absolutely.
He's coming up
Absolutely.
instead of shooting to the outside because it's saying toss. So if it's pulling, if the guard is pulling, why is he coming up inside instead of shooting inside out?
Coach,
And he messed up.
I got a question for you both real quick.
Yeah.
Can you put the arrow to the last man on the field on the right-hand side?
Come on, right him right here.
Let me see. Go around in the circle. No, back
On
and
the
back
defense or the offense?
on the defense. And back of where you just was at. There you go. Right there. Roll a circle around him real quick with the arrow. Right. Him.
Mm-hmm.
His IQ is so low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's low as hell.
That I don't know what bus he got off when he went to practice this day, but it was probably blue with white words on it. I need y'all to realize what he did not do on this play. Just look at him, run the whole play real quick so we could get some laughter in there.
I looked at him like, bitch, are you dumb?
What is he doing?
Mm-mm.
Yo, he got out of his stance to look at the touchdown.
Bro,
Yeah. But I will say this, though. When that right guard pulled, even if this guy goes to the correct angle to get the tackle, if he's thinking about run, this guy's going to break open automatically because this guy has to cover the running back.
But that's why I said earlier, that's why I said number one, the alignment, and number two, if it's man, that outside edge is going to take the wing. That's where that inside linebacker then is responsible, because if you go back to the beginning in terms of the formation. Okay, now let it run a little bit so once the defense gets set. All right, right there. All right. So if we count numbers, top cornerback on outside the 10 is responsible for the number one receiver. The number two safety on the 10 is responsible for the number two receiver on the 20. That outside edge is then responsible for number 3, which is the wing. The linebacker is responsible for number 4. That's why I said that if they were playing, because that will should be attacking that wing. As soon as he opens up, he should be attacking his outside shoulder. So even if it's a run, he should be attacked, because his responsibility on run is to force it back to flow. So once that wing opens, watch how he opens. He's starting. He should be widening, opening up more, attacking him, not bypassing him. He should be engaging him. That's going to stall him going into coverage. And number 2, he's going to be able to play the run in case he's trying to go outside, because he has outside responsibility. But if he attacks that, he could still turn and run with him. That Mike linebacker who's inside, if he's bumped over a little bit more in position, he could still play. If he comes up inside, he wants to inside out it on the run, fine, because he has outside support. But now if it's a pass, he's taking the angle where once that wing clears, he could still get to the flat and cover him. That's why I said the first thing is their alignment. Their alignment was wrong. If they align that right, that takes care of that on the pass.
And Coach, I know I'm about to piss some people off because we should be. This is the same mistake that we made against Devontae Smith in the playoffs with Julian Love and them guys.
Yep. Same exact mistake. It's just mirrored to the other side.
What you think?
It was just mirrored on the right side. They did it from the right side.
Same mistake.
All right, let's get to the next play.
Well, if I remember correctly.
Hey. Yeah, well, I don't get to see nothing on that one play.
No, well, go ahead, Joe.
God damn it. No, everybody talked. I let everybody go. Let's go. And I got out.
What you got, Joe?
Okay. Well, now what I would do, which nobody is even thought of doing, bringing motion from the bottom to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Bring him in motion.
You talking about bringing this guy right here in motion?
Or bringing him from the left side to the right side of yeah. They just start out, bring him over here. He sees what he likes. He comes over here. Oh crap, they're gonna go this way. I'm just saying, that's something that our offensive coordinators are going to see, and they're like, I wonder if we can do that. Well, if we break the or the go ahead that he should think he should have handed to the handoff, but
Joe, let me say this. I'm with you, and I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm with you. But it's only one reason that I'll roll with you on
To
this.
see if they running man or not.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. I would, see, this is why I rock with Lou. But also, if we're running the ball effectively, I change nothing on this right here because we have the defense fooled just off alignment alone. But
yeah,
if we're running and passing, I bring that guy across the formation, as Lou just said, to see what the defense is doing. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
If they move it, then you go change something. But
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Now, one thing: if you have a number one receiver, and this guy's leaning backing off of him like this, if I
He's
take
dead.
this guy in motion, and if this dude follows, I know that this guy's coming out here to zone to get underneath him, or he's coming down to guard him.
right,
I throw a quick pass right here, a quick screen, and that number one receiver, he's going to be able to maneuver and have
yeah,
him block there and have him one-on-one with him.
Yo,
It's
Pat,
the concept.
doesn't that feel so good, brother, to say that for the first time in 9 years? That
Oh
we're
my
going to
God.
be able to run wide receiver screens?
yes.
That means you gotta
Yeah,
have an O line,
There are
baby.
so many
You gotta
things
have an
you
O
can-
line to do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many concepts you can run out of this formation because of the way
Yes.
that we have receivers now. So, anybody else got some last words on this concept here?
No,
I know I want to see Barkley used like Alvin Kamara this year. I'm telling you, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, you may get to see a little bit more. Now, this is a NFL team. Everybody thinks that we can, mimic a little bit if we get if we get another athletic center like Feliciano, but we do need a center that can block. Feliciano cannot block when it came to actual pass protection, but when it came to a puller, he was a monster. So I'm going to run this play, and you guys tell me what you think after I run the play. So
San Francisco against who in this
the
show?
hell, Snarf? This is Seattle.
No, start over, Pat.
I can see what he's going to do.
Who's the QB right there? Just asking.
That's Brock Purdy.
That's Brock Purdy? Okay.
Yeah, he should be throwing it outside to the left. Right there. He's got that guy on top. He's got that guy with middle, catches it.
3 under.
Yep. That is a beautiful, beautiful play. Touchdown.
Yeah, so
Remember that one.
That's when you
close.
have to play every man on the field at the skill position.
Yes.
right. So
That is, go ahead, Pat. That's what you call allocating funds. Look
So
at everybody,
go ahead, Pat.
try to get to, look, yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, this receiver was out here before he motioned.
Yeah.
This is Debo Samuel. This is IU.
Kittle.
This is Kittle. This was I think Jennings, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
and the running back. So they basically still got 5 options.
It's
But
only the
it's 3
second play,
receivers.
Dash. You can hop in.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put the link in
He
the
said,
chat.
I'm upset I missed this. Just saw the DM.
Yeah.
We only on the second play, bro.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, because we talk about the first play for 2 hours. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, my bad, man. That's why I appreciate you guys being in the stream. Still 60 in the
Hey.
stream, man. When I start
Just-
talking
just so
play,
you
That's how you
guys-
really feel,
just-
Miz.
Just so everyone understands the defense. The top edge guy or defensive back is coming on the blitz, and they ran 3 deep, 3 under. And that means the 3 guys up top are playing cover 3. But now the 2 inside linebackers, that right side inside linebacker shot right to the flat. So you see exactly what he's doing. He's running right past him, and he's going to the flat.
Mm-hmm.
So
It makes it so bad. They're only saying 1, 2, 3, 4,
They
5
said
people. So
5.
they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in coverage, only against 3
Cover him,
people.
but you know he's still too late.
They had 6 people in coverage against 3, basically, or 4, because
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel brings attention. So with Deebo Samuel bringing attention like that, me personally, let's just talk about the play first of all. As you can see, they tried to do a stunt. They picked it up very well. Left tackle, everybody picked up their block very well.
Yes.
The play actually, Christian McCaffrey brought this guy up. Now he has to guard. You got a deep post here. This guy's playing center field, so he's making sure nothing gets behind him. So he's playing center field. This guy's doing a post. Then you have your tight end do a post. And then you have him. Well, he's doing a dig, he's doing a post, and he's doing a corner route. I call it a post corner, but as you can see, they're confused, and he was very confused.
The strong side scissors really killed this man. That's the whole thing. That strong side scissors is just, and the way that they ran it, the ankles off of it, match. It's beautiful.
Now the reason why this play works is because Deebo Samuel attracts attention.
Yes, but I want to pause it. All right, these two are going out together. You're going to pair up, and you're going to make the play because this guy's going to get burned so bad he could pick up your jockstrap later. But this guy, he burns him. Just watch him follow through. 1, 2, and he cuts to the right, and he gets wide open. See, he's got 3, 4 yards of separation. He can
Now
go either here or here.
Now, Joe, I want to tell you some reason why this play works. He really shouldn't be do this with Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy is really not a threat to run like that. But this guy's going to be watching DJ like a hawk because DJ is a very good threat to run, and that's why this guy breaks open. If we catch you in the coverage like this, which Seattle did a whole lot last year.
Well, yeah, but on that play, if he throws it right away, he turns to the right, he's got it. And that's it.
Yeah, you're talking about this guy. He could have thrown it to this guy too.
Yes. He either had him or him. He waited for the bigger play. He was a smart person, but
yeah, he waited for the bigger play because why? He has protection, Joe. He can do that.
Yeah,
you got time. How about that? He's got time.
See, Daniel Jones would have had somebody right here, and he would have had to throw it over this dude's hand, probably to right here to this area for a good catch. But they let's just say this was Kenny Galladay or something. It wouldn't have worked because this dude would have been right here in his hip pocket because he doesn't respect his deep speed, but he respects Ayuk's deep speed. Now, the situation where this guy's just looking at Brock Purdy, don't understand why he was doing that. Maybe that was his assignment, but that's how the tight end breaks open. So I'm gonna go to my people again. Who would you want in there on this play? And this is a great question that we can ask now because we have so many people you could put in there. Now remember, in the beginning of the play, he's motioning, but he's on the outside here. And then you got one receiver here, tight end, receiver, running back. And we all know DJ's the quarterback. So I'm gonna let you go. The man in motion is coming from the outside. The man in motion is coming from the outside on the right.
So that's the X receiver.
Yeah.
So that's the X receiver in motion.
Yeah.
X receiver is going to be up top on the line. That's probably the Z receiver. Because the Z is off the line.
X is at the top of the line. Z is in motion. Y did not move because he started in at the slot.
So when they got this guy coming in motion, remember, this is the guy that's supposed to bring the attention. Then you have an inline tight end here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's the wing tight end.
5 linemen. So this is the running back, and this is a receiver up here. I'm gonna start off with E, and then I'm gonna ask everybody, who would you want in here on this play to make it work?
Coming across the formation, Darius Slayton.
Okay.
Slayton in motion.
At the bottom, yes, Slayton is going to go in motion. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's going to be the least thought about, but fastest vertically to catch that linebacker that thought he was going to help out in case Barkley would have got the ball going to the left side. Once he took his eyes off Purdy, he thought he was going to help because it was a play action fake, right? This play is play action fake.
Yeah, this is a play action.
Yeah. Now watch how he realizes he doesn't have the ball. See right there, he's looking at him not have the ball, which still stops him from going. Remember, Darius Slayton is still motioning past all of this behind the formation.
To a wide open space.
There's nothing over there. Oh, look at the 40 to the 45. Look. So, okay, he comes up. Slayton has eyes on him. The linebacker is still flat-footed. Waller or Bellinger on this play, if you really think about it, and Bellinger has ran this play before and scored a touchdown off of it. Mm-hmm. So it's just in the thought process of who you want to get there faster. And by the way, Hodgins is at the top because I didn't mention that.
All right. Coach, who would you want in there?
Motion is going to be Campbell for me. Slayton is at the bottom right. Hodgins top left. Waller is at the tight end wing. Barkley.
Okay. Lou.
All right. So I want Colin Johnson at the top. Hodgins at the bottom. Actually, Slayton at the bottom. Wan'Dale Robinson in motion. And Darren Waller at the tight end position and Barkley in the backfield.
Okay. Miz, who would you want in there?
Simply because, hold on for a second. Simply because if Wan'Dale Robinson is in motion and he's not in the slot, all eyes are going to draw to him because he's normally the slot receiver. So that's going to create some confusion for a moment and get the defense talking. And if you snap the ball while they're talking, you can get a big play.
Okay. Miz, who you think it would be in there on this play?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Campbell at the bottom. Tight end is I forget his name all the time. The new tight end.
Waller
at the top. So he's the one who's going out basically like Kittles. You can put Hodgins or Slayton at the top. I'm gonna have the guy going in motion, Barkley and Breida in the backfield.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking too.
Oh, so we could just change concepts because I didn't know that. I thought we just had to name the people that was on the field.
I mean, Barkley is a receiver.
I'll go last. Okay, no problem at all then. Let's play house.
But that's what I would do. I would actually have Barkley in motion here, Breida right here, or whoever the new running back would be if it's not Breida lined up there. I'm actually having Waller. I'm actually having Waller right here, Bellinger right here, and I'm putting Slayton on that route. Reason why I'm gonna run the play. You want this tight end to not be thought of. And if you put Waller right there, they're going to be looking at Waller and this play won't get off. Unless
Sakura. What's the point of this hypothetical exercise, Kayla? The point of this hypothetical exercise is for the people who be bitching on Twitter Spaces and keyboard warriors who talk shit and complain about plays and acquisitions of players and don't know fucking route concepts, play concepts, or football. So we do this so we can entertain ourselves and come up with ideas and route concepts that we think the Giants could possibly run on this upcoming season while educating some of these dumb fucks out there. That's the point of this hypothetical exercise, Kayla, a.k.a. Sakura, a.k.a. numerous names and aliases.
You call it Kayla?
But, yeah, before I lose my thought, I got Barkley right here because everybody knows what Barkley can do with the ball in his hands if he gets it in space. So this linebacker is going to have to run with him automatically. Now, the reason why I put Bellinger right here, you're not thinking about Bellinger like you think about Waller. I got Waller right here because he can win this route just as good as Brian and Ayuk can. This dude's still gonna have to get in his backpedal with Waller right there. So if the protection does not last, say if the center gets beat and lets him be right here, I got a big 6'6" receiver that he could throw the ball tall and he could go up there and get it, even if this dude is on his back. Now, this route right here, I got Slayton right here because Slayton clears it out. You have to get in your backpedal and see that, hey, look, Slayton is dangerous. So he can't just look at somebody like Kenny Galladay and be in his back pedal and not worried about him getting across the field and see my quarterback get ready to try to throw it over here. This linebacker's watching him. More than likely, this linebacker will be watching Daniel Jones. This guy is covered by Breeder right here. He has to come up here and cover. Waller is getting open in the middle of the field, so if I do have pressure, Daniel Jones has shown that he can throw in tight coverage. He'll throw that ball high and let Waller catch that ball going across the middle of the field. This post route is going to get both these guys because Slayton can fly, and that's what I'm telling Slayton to do. And this is Bellinger. Nobody's paying attention to Bellinger, but you know what? Bellinger is still fast enough and good enough to catch this ball just like he did and get in the end zone.
Bless you.
That's how I would actually do it. I don't want my best player in the position where I could get the biggest play at all times because he's got too many eyes on him. You see what I'm saying? But that's how I would do it. Go ahead, E.
No, I'm loving that, Pat. I'm just also really, really, really going to concentrate on the one thing that we all should be concentrating on. I want you guys to count the seconds that this play had to develop, the seconds Brock Purdy had to throw this pass, and the development of a play like this that we've been missing for so long because DJ has not had the time. So just run the play. Look how many seconds he got, gentlemen. I would love to see that shit with our quarterback. Can somebody please give our quarterback that? I don't think he's ever had that if he didn't help create it. Brock Purdy didn't help create more time for himself. The play concept created time and the faith in that offensive line. One more time, just for me, I just want y'all to count the seconds. Look how long he had to make this happen.
Yeah, he had about 5 seconds.
Man, we need that. We need that. And that's the difference between big plays and broken plays and having to just take dinking and dunking. When games like this, you need big plays to go ahead and you need big plays to stay in the game.
So with that concept, Coach, what do you think that we have the personnel? Let's just say we do get a center. As of right now, I don't believe we have the personnel to run a play like this because Evan Neal hasn't progressed the way we needed him to progress. Well, I'm not going to say that he was a rookie last year, but let's just base it off his rookie stats. I don't think Evan Neal gives him enough time to pull this off, and I don't think our center is good enough to let him pull this off. But if we do get a center in the draft, do you think we'll be good enough on the offensive line to pull this off? Because we have the weapons.
The whole key is going to be Evan Neal, bro. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's good that we saw his film and he's working out, and that's great. But the bottom line is Evan Neal, because otherwise, I think we do. I think we do. Our left guard, whether it's Bredesen or whether it's Azudu, I'm comfortable there. We know about AT, so we don't worry about that. Even Glowinski in a play like this, I don't worry too much about him here. And based on the way they blitzed, yeah, he's there to help out, to pick up. Did they pick everything? Yeah, they picked everything up. So,
It's a hat on a hat.
Yeah, it's a hat on head. The one that was free, I forgot that was the running back. That's what threw me for a second. So I thought it was alignment, but I mean, yeah, we have all the personnel. It doesn't matter to me. Whoever we throw out there, the whole thing is the offensive line. We all came up with great personnel. We really did. And I think every last one of them would execute this play effectively and efficiently. And it boils down to, just like you said, the offensive line, which is our center and our right tackle. And based on this and watching that left side defensive end or the bottom, the way he came, or his tape, I think Evan can get him off a situation like that. Now, if it is Seattle and they did kill him when we did play it, but based on that alignment, I think he can handle that.
I
So,
just think that center would have gave
yeah,
up this guy here, and he would have got in there immediately.
that's
Well,
the
based
only
on
thing.
last year. Well, that's the left. No, that's the center. I think that stunt would have got in there because they stunt it on the left side, I believe. Yeah. I think Feliciano would have been staying with him the whole time and then let that dude come
Hmm.
straight up the middle. But you see how that center bounced back and stopped him from
Hmm.
getting in there?
Hmm.
Feliciano would have let him come straight in there. But you know what? I think DJ gets this pass to this guy right here. But the touchdown would have been stopped because he will never be able to get to this guy broke open
Hmm.
because this guy would have been looking at DJ for sure. I know for a fact he's looking at DJ based on what he did last year. And that's why I got Bellinger right there because nobody's going to be paying attention to him.
That's a good
That's
call.
why I don't have Waller right there. I have Waller down here because he can run routes just as good as a receiver and just as fast and 2 times as big. And so if he does have to throw this bailout route here, or let's just say he does have decent coverage, he can throw that ball high and Waller will go up there and get it and pull it in for him. That's
Hmm.
what I think, man. But last play here, fellas. This is the
We
one,
spent
Coach.
about 40 minutes talking before we started doing the plays, Dash.
Yeah,
Oh man, I
right.
love this play. I love this play.
Now
Oh man, brother.
I'm gonna let this play go, and I'm gonna let E and Coach talk it out with each other about this play.
Whew.
And Lou, if you want to talk about it, go ahead. Joe, everybody. But I'm just gonna run the play, let you see the concept, and see what we can do with this play.
Mm.
And if you notice the theme of these plays, there's a lot of touchdowns in these plays.
Hmm.
But just to go over a little
Message.
thing, right?
Hello.
Just to go over
Okay.
the play action and the RPO is gonna be so deadly with us this
Hmm.
year. But as you can see, did a quick little play action. You got one dig, one post, and another dig coming underneath this dig. And a three receiver play basically beat a whole backfield full of players and got a touchdown. So, Coach, you want to explain
Yeah, go
to the
back to the
people
video.
exactly what happened?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna start with the quarterback and the running back. I mean, running back we know is Barkley or whoever, and it's just a basic fake RPO, however you want to categorize it, with what is called H insert. That wing back is not going into a split zone where they normally go across the defense offensive line to the opposite flat. He takes a few steps and then he goes right up into the offensive line. So that's why it's called H insert. So that's right there. It's supposed to hold the middle line, the two inside linebackers. And then just like Pat said, you had the top receiver or the right receiver basically running what I call an over route. And then you had the dig and the post on the other side. So um, basically that's it. And their mesh point was good. It cleared. It kept the other two on the backside, and it caused a little rub where that receiver, because they were in man, that defensive
Mm-hmm.
back tried to stay with him, but he had to avoid the um, the receiver coming across. So it was perfect. They ran too high, man, or it was supposed to be man, but there it is. It cleared. And then that cornerback to this side, once he read it, he was in what I call oh shit. He realized at the last minute what was happening. And because if he read it properly, at least he stops it from being a touchdown. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's a real simple concept. It's beautiful. When I saw it, that's why I sent it to everyone, and I love this play, and I still say this is perfect for our offense. And
Hey,
yes,
coach,
yes, it is
you're
a
gonna
Chip
fall in
Kelly
love.
play. I'm sorry, go
You're
ahead.
gonna fall in love with what I'm about to say. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pause. I don't even pass the ball on this play.
Okay.
I run Daniel Jones out after the fake handoff and roll him around and let him come out and run for a touchdown. If you look at the space and the real estate from right there, once our quarterback does what he does best, all those two dudes in front of him have to do is block. That's it.
Yeah, you can run a bunch of concepts off.
I'm running the RPO out of this.
Side of the
Yo,
field,
oh my God. See, and this is what a Darren Waller brings, Lou. You feel me? You see how he's running across the formation?
Mhm.
You still have to allocate those funds to the dudes that's on the field. First of all, I got Paris Campbell running inside across his face on the top of the intermediate route, Waller running under the bottom of the intermediate route, and Slayton running right there inside the number.
Exactly.
Because everybody's speed has to be respected, and that's what
And you
killed us
just gave
last year.
our quarterback, who's damn sure going to get away from this defensive lineman over at the top of the part of the U. He's getting away from that. Let's not act like we don't know that already. He has 5, 10, 15. He has 15 to 17 yards of real estate before they even think about coming up. Running from right there, Pat. Let's see how far the cornerbacks drop back. My God, look how much room Daniel Jones would have had to run. If he goes under the numbers. Matter of fact, similar play was ran versus the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I truly believe you put Waller right here. Now this
Absolutely.
time you put Waller right here, Slayton, Campbell, Slayton, Bellinger, or Wandale Robinson right here if I wanted to.
Well,
let me say something.
Insert, you don't put Wandale there.
Because you got to sell the run. So I put Bellinger right there. Go ahead, man.
Just one thing. Now, earlier in this past season, he is right. But now that the league knows Jones runs a lot, they're going to keep somebody at the bottom waiting.
Yeah, they know
So
that.
I don't think it's going to be that wide open like you're seeing right here. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that wide open of real estate.
Let me tell you something. It is going to be that wide open, Miz. And the only reason I'm saying this is because Darren Waller's a different animal. It probably wouldn't have been that wide open, and I could rock with you with a Bellinger and a Myriac. But that dude commands the attention of the room. Once he's running this inside route, all linebackers, all cornerbacks, whoever's on that side of the field has to have their eyes on him until they feel that they have coverage in back of them. Look how high the safeties are playing on this play.
That is very true, but I still agree with Miz. One of these linebackers would be spying Jones.
They're spying the quarterback now. Look, he just didn't move.
That outside linebacker actually technically he's not coming off field.
He's looking right at him.
And all they did is they actually traded responsibilities because that inside linebacker, because he now took the H insert. So now the outside linebacker is now taking the H insert, and the H insert is actually going to pull him outside to the quarterback.
But of course, being a linebacker, you're supposed to understand the diagnostics of a play and come underneath and hit either one of the A or B gaps. He stood flat-footed, and he's still a back of a guy who's engaged on his team. Look, go back just a couple of seconds.
Which play are you talking about? Which linebacker? The inside or the
inside? Right there. Watch what happens. Boom. Already looking in the backfield. Turns his hips. Engaged. He's in back of a guy that's engaged already. It's over.
Now I will tell you this. If we had an offensive line that was stout. If we had an offensive line that was stout, let's just say they do get everything covered and they got somebody that's trailing Waller and they got these two guys. I'm letting Bellinger do a hook and go right here. He'll hook up, and then I'll let him go straight up the middle of the field because these guys done pulled everybody. So I'll let him go straight up the middle of the field. He probably could catch it right here wide open.
And let me tell you something, Pat. I believe our quarterback connects on one of those off-scripted plays that we realized that he learned how to get into last year because he had to run a bunch of them each game. This is where an off-scripted play comes into play for our quarterback in the second year. Right here. Take himself a couple of steps to the left, survey that field, take off if he ain't got nothing, take what you got, live to play another play.
Yeah, Superstar Props, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button for us, even though you're an Eagles fan. NYG31, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Yeah, Waller opens up a lot of things for this offense, bro. Like, seriously, bro.
Like,
he's the number one option too, so he's going to command a lot, and it's just going to open up so much more of this offense. It really does.
Man, I can't wait, man. And the more we look at these plays, unfortunately, the more I see Hodgins coming off the field. Because if you can't threaten these guys
with Hodgins, and
none of these plays work. And that's why it was so tough for us last year, because these guys couldn't threaten the outside guys. They didn't believe in anything. You really believe Hodgins on a deep post right across the field? I don't believe in that. Ain't no fucking way. I'll take my chances every time. But, Lou, you there? What you think about this, Lou?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up because it's been on this thing almost over 2 hours now. That's crazy.
It doesn't matter what I think, man. At the end of the day, the New York Giants are moving in the right direction. Snarf! Go to your corner.
Snarf.
Go to your corner.
No, at the end of the day, man, the New York Giants are acquiring good free agent talent. I'm more than confident that they're going to draft the guys necessary to make this team a winner for the next 5 to 6 years at least. I think they're setting us up for sustained success for at least 6 to 8 years if they fix the center position. They get a center, then it doesn't matter who else they get in the draft. If they get the right center, I'm happy with whatever else they do in the fucking draft. Be honest with you, because I know with the right center, this line will be fixed, and the Giants will be dominant for the next 6 years. So, I can't wait to make videos, Victory Mondays, and talk shit with all of you guys and laugh, and have fun this season, because it's gonna happen. It's going down.
Yo, first off, I just want to say this, man. I want to thank you guys for always just allowing me to have a voice, man, just to be with you guys and do this. And y'all know how much I love this, and I love you brothers, man. So just thank you for allowing me to come through, pull up, do what we do best, man, show love, and just be a part of this today. And I mean that.
Appreciate you. Joe, what you got, bro?
Save a tree, Beaver. I mean, what am I going to add? It's all good, man. Love, honor, hope. And 2 weeks here, I can't stand you, asshole.
But Miz, okay, Miz, what you got for us, man?
Nothing. I got nothing.
Okay, Miz just ready for action.
Yo, Miz, I want to say this, brother. It was a pleasure to, chop it up with you today, bro. Yeah, we always miss each other like 2 trains passing each other, bro. But it was so good.
A lot of times I listen. I just don't. I talk sometimes there, but I do listen a lot. I listen to you talk on.
One thing is certain, guys. May 11th cannot come soon enough.
That's what, the first day of
that's
team activities. Yep. Oh yeah, the schedule does come out on May 11th. You're right, man.
Listen, man.
6 more weeks, and we'll know what order our opponents are coming at us.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with that whole cowboy smoke. If they feel that's how they want to get down this year, I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's fight right out the gate. Let's fight right out the gate. That's how I get down.
Listen, Pat, that organization is going to crumble. That organization is going to crumble, and we're going to end up getting Micah Parsons in the trade. Watch.
Nah, they ain't going to get rid of Micah Parsons. Get 5 first-round picks. Yeah,
That shit
you have to
went.
give up 5 first-round
Seven
picks.
more weeks. We got 7
But
more.
what you was feeling? What you was getting ready to say, Miz?
Oh, wait,
No.
it's 6.
And then he
I was gonna
freezes.
say in our football league yesterday, my son Billy played against Antonio Brown Jr., the real Antonio Brown's son. He's a
Oh,
wide
okay.
receiver, and he played starting corner against him, and it was a great game. Final score was 8-0, and he held him to 0 catches. So
Okay, that's what's up.
Let's just hope that
and he's one of the top corners on the Treasure Coast. So it was nice seeing both of them. I got a picture with them together. It was cool.
Hell yeah, that's what's
Hey,
up.
Coach Miz doing big
what's up.
things out there in
What's
Florida.
up? Okay.
Lock
Well,
his
I
ass
just-
up.
It was just fun to watch. Like
No, yeah, I see. I feel you.
my stepson, around Junior's son, the whole league knew he was coming. They were coming up the coast to play us. There was a lot of people. It was good. There was no Antonio Brown. People were hoping to see him, but he wasn't there. But
I would have told your stepson to tell him now, take your ass home and go to your father's closet and wear them big ass clothes.
Right. Tell him put that shit
he
on.
gave him a hug. He gave him a hug after the game. Told him it was an honor to play him. You know, he's a humble kid. So
Honey Badger, you're not getting Isaiah Simmons for a 5th-round pick, sir. I promise you, you're not.
Yep.
You're going to have to give up at least a 2nd and a 1st. But, Coach, what you got for us, man?
Number one, as always, it's an honor. It's a pleasure to be on here with you guys. I appreciate. Yeah, I don't realize sometimes I've learned a lot from you guys too. Everyone talks about they learn from me, but I learn a lot from each and every last one of you guys. So thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to the season, and I'm looking forward to just being here and having fun and whatever. So thanks.
Marquise, thank you for tuning in. Hope all is well with you, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. You said, well, Dory Jackson has a avoidable year next year. Do you think we should double down on cornerback day 1 and 2? We ain't got to go as far as day 1 and 2, but I think they do get a cornerback in this draft for sure.
Yes.
I would like to say one thing about all this film we just watched and all the play concepts that we just talked about. None of it means shit if we don't get an offensive lineman in these first couple of rounds, especially center, and if Evan Neal plays like he did last year. None of this shit will get off if the offensive line is not fixed. So us old guys that everybody talks about and makes fun of, we sit here, we say you got to fix the trenches and everything. We don't want no sexy bullshit picks in the first round. People laugh at us. But none of this don't mean shit if our offensive line doesn't work, and that tells you that the game is won in the trenches. Don't mean a damn thing if your trenches are messed up. So go ahead, Lou.
Listen, guys, go subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe before I send Rafael El Chaking to give you about 13 of these right here. Okay? Go subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe. The man been riding the bike for 2 hours on a live stream. Good God.
Yeah,
no,
I did it tonight too, but that was only for half an hour to exercise the muscles.
No, but all jokes aside, right? Let's get this man to 1,000 subs, man. He would have been there by now. We all know what happened. But let's get Joe to 1,000 subs. We got to get this man monetized. Y'all bullshitting. Definitely got to get a center for the New York Giants. Period. And like I said, man, Giants gonna come out and stomp that ass. Make sure you go subscribe to all of these great content creators here. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a ninja watcher. Watch it from the shadow realm, not thumbing up the video, not sharing the video, not subscribing. You know what I mean? Just getting free entertainment for no reason. You can just click that button. It costs you no money, just a second
of your
we don't need
time.
another edge right away. Stop it.
Huh?
And this draft is not even.
Hold on. Let's talk about that real quick. Why is everybody trying to get rid of? Why is everybody trying to get rid of Azeez Ojulari like he's just a bum or something? I don't understand.
I know that we say get another edge because you know what, he's not on the field, so we want to have someone who's at least backing him up, can be quality.
Appreciate you, bro.
To replace him, but to get rid of him, that's asinine. Anybody who thinks about getting rid of him, he's still a good quality player. The only issue is injuries. We all know that. That's it. but he's still a good defensive end, pass rusher. He plays his responsibilities. He produces. So if anybody who says you want to get rid of him, do you really know football? Honestly. Or are you just someone who sits down and listens to other people and then you go by what you hear? Because if that's the case, you don't know how to think. You don't know how to critically think and evaluate and break things down to the point that it's simple when you sit down and watch it. I hate stuff like that because that's asinine to get rid of a good player like that.
And then you say stuff like this: Aziz only plays 25% of the games. When his rookie season, he didn't even miss a game. He didn't miss games until this season. That's the stuff that coaches just talk about. You just say dumb stuff.
And when he came in 5 games, he had I think it was 12 sacks, 16 QB hurries. He was dominant. He came in for 5 games, and I mean,
I think he led the team in sacks last year. He only played like half the games. So
again, we go to what I just said. It's about the injuries, which is why you want someone there to help supplement, not replace and get rid of.
Yeah.
Just add to help out. And you know what? Bottom line is it creates competition, and competition helps elevates everyone's play. Period. Case closed.
Now, what I be mad
honestly, you're not looking at a deep edge draft here. So, you know what I mean? We're not really looking at a draft that's filled with plenty of edges this year. So, I don't think it's going to be about that.
If they could get,
go ahead, Pat. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was just saying, if they could get somebody like Nolan Smith early,
exactly
then I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be mad, but it's not like we absolutely need to move off from Azeez Ojulari. That's stupid.
We need to add another edge rusher.
Yeah,
exactly. That's it.
We don't need to get rid of the ones we got. We got 2 good ones. You add a 3rd one in there so you can keep them fresh at all times and still be effective, and that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, and plus, don't forget, Lou, you got Eximitas. He's awesome. That guy's a star.
No, he's a free agent. No, he's a free agent. Seriously, he's not.
I know, I'm being sarcastic, Coach.
Oh, my bad. You got me on that one.
I mean, Tamar Fox is nothing to sneeze at. I think he's developing pretty good, but we do need to get another edge rusher for sure.
Adding, exactly.
I wouldn't mind that, Honey Badger. Nolan Smith at 25, Whiteplayer at 57. I wouldn't mind that.
Or would I?
But any last thoughts before we get up out of here, man? Joe, Lou, any last thoughts? E,
I thought
before we get up out of here. Yeah, I thought
that's
what we did too.
3F with Joe. I'm sending Ralph to your house. I swear.
Oh, sure. And after how many punches I threw before I went to bed, I just done me, Lou. I don't think I should be going to the gulag.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Man, I hate I missed it, man. Right.
It was hilarious, bro.
You missed it
That
also.
shit was hilarious, Coach. Did you see that shit yesterday?
No, I didn't catch it last night.
Oh man.
Once again, gentlemen, it is an honor, and I'm humbly thankful.
But until the next episode of the True Big Blue Podcast, Les Miz got something else to say.
It'll be my channel tomorrow night. Be there, be square.
Hang out in the chat after he ends the live stream.
No, Pat. It's all right.
All right.
I was going to say that. What's the kid's name from Illinois? The corner, because I like him a lot. I know he's going to go before.
Witherspoon.
Yeah,
I think he goes before 25 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But until the next episode, you know what it is, man.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground! This is the Gulag. In here, you fight to win back your life. Gates! Let's go!
You're in the Gulag. Fight for your